All of these girls in my shows, they love me, but I don't know why I keep calling, why I keep calling you.
All the models to the floor right now. All the models to the floor right now. What? Huh? All the models to the floor right now. All the models to the floor right now.
I'm in my Christian Dior with a Veronica Webb. No Amy Lenore, Chanel, Cecily Lopez. Arlena Sosa, Salida E. Banksy. Grew up on my beat and speak that Jordan Dunn language. Make a phone call out to Joan Smalls. I wonder how it feel and Laura Stone's walls. Jessica Jones, y'all, I would damage her. And see if Jessica Stam got the stamina. I'm in the car with Leo in the Benz swerve. I heard Bar was friends with Esty Ginsburg, Coco Rocha, Kate Mimosa, Alessandra Ambrosia, Andra Rubik and Olga, Curry Lingo, tell her I'm very single. Abby Lee too, I'm a freak boo. I'm wildin', I'm on 1,000. I wanna see Irina shake next to Dowson.
In my hands, a master plan, but I don't know why I keep calling, why I keep all of these girls in my shows, they love me, but I don't know why I keep calling, why I keep calling you.
Christian Dior denim flow. I told her I'm trying to eat out, so what we going to dinner for?
Miami Nights on a search for some TNA, trying to hide what's obvious to seeing me. We conversate a bit about your DNA and my salmon colored suit from the VMAs. Oh, you was watching? Who the fuck wasn't? Me skip across that stage in 5 dozen. Yeah, $6 grand for a minute's time. Italian Vogue styled a nigga for a minute rhyme. Let's be clear and let's be fair. The best thing in music's being offered here. It's a round table full of bosses here, still giving you a all like the coffee's near.
World in my hands, a master plan, but I don't know why I keep calling, why I keep all of these girls in my shows, they love me, but I don't know why I keep calling, why I keep calling you.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sports Reality. Want to say thank you for watching and tuning in. That was pretty redundant, wasn't it, Mike? Watching and tuning in. That was pretty redundant. Sound like Birdman. But I want to say thank you for everyone out there that have tuned in right now. I'm sorry for running a little late. Had a slight issue at home to take care of before I got down here. But I'm here. So we're going to have to talk about a lot of things. NFL Hall of Fame induction ceremony this weekend. Also, there was some drama with the NFL Hall of Fame induction game. We will talk about that. The Rio Olympics. We will get into that also. And
They're doing well out there.
Oh, the U.S. is definitely doing well, and that is the voice of my wonderful engineer, Mike Phillips. How's everything with you?
Good. Oh, I got some good news.
What's the good news?
The good news is I am now a resident DJ at MK Lounge on Friday nights.
That was the DJ horns right there.
Yeah.
Congrats, my man.
Thanks, man.
You know, I guess consecutive weeks of great DJ sets has landed you a contract pretty much. That's cool, man.
But we're good. We're gonna work out some deals, make some things happen. I want you guys to come out and party. That's all that matters. You know me, I like to party. Party hard.
You do, man. I'm gonna ask you this question I ask every week. Did you watch any sports this weekend?
I got a chance to see a little bit of gymnastics, some swimming. Didn't get a chance to see the end results of anything because it was all glimpses. So, like, 'cause I was doing a move the whole entire time.
That's what's up. I got to watch for as much as busy as my schedule was. I did get to actually watch quite a bit. fit in. I got to watch some gymnastics, some beach volleyball.
Oh, by the way, I gotta give shouts out to NBC for doing a good job of making sure this does not get on the internet.
Making sure what?
It does not get on the internet.
Oh, you know the ILC. They make sure you can't see.
They're good.
You can't see anything. They don't even show highlights on SportsCenter. Do you realize that?
I know.
Like you get still pictures.
That's horrible.
I don't know what the issue is with the ILC and television. I don't know.
Because
I would have to probably, I guess, read the history of it. But
again, their
apparently it's
players
been
do
like
not
this.
make their athletes do not make anything off of the Olympics.
But is that why we don't see highlights?
I think it might have
I
something
don't
to do
know
with it.
because college athletes don't get anything, and
I mean,
their
the
highlights are all over
IOC,
the
the
place.
IOC literally still has the Olympics in Rio, so
I don't know, man. You're right. If
it was
they're gonna
cheaper to have it there.
If they're gonna do something as crazy as that, then anything's possible.
Exactly.
Let's get into today in sports history. Today is August the 8th, 2016. By the way, my Mac. You have a Mac, Mike?
Yeah.
Have you ever hit the, I guess, the update button to update, either software or
Yeah,
or
don't be too
anything,
hasty to do that.
and then you close the laptop, thinking that it would have done it while you closed the laptop?
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess it didn't do that. So now that I turned back on my laptop or opened it back up, now the updates
Or
are
starting to
coming up.
happen.
So I just have this laptop up right now.
You were too hasty. man. You was too hasty.
And so now I'm on my cell phone, but it's all good. We have good technology. Today's sports history, August 8th, 2016. And on this day in August 8th, 1900, in Boston, the
1900?
first day, 1900.
Oh, we talking about baseball.
So you're guessing it's baseball we're talking about?
Baseball is the only sport that we know that was still played today from the 1800s.
All right, so it says in Boston, the first Davis Cup series began. The U.S. team defeated Great Britain 3-0.
What was this? Swimming? Tennis?
I want to say this is golf.
But it's not golf. It's not golf.
I want to say it's golf.
Because they weren't that cool to be playing against Americans yet at that time. The only reason why I know is from like
Davis
the Great
Cup,
Gatsby.
tennis.
Tennis.
It's tennis. Okay.
British.
Still a British sport. I was pretty close.
Huh?
Let's get on to the next thing. 1903, Joe McGinty of New York. I guess he pitched 2 complete games in one game.
But you hear,
one day.
But did you just hear what you just said? 3 years later,
Yeah.
baseball.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Pitched 2 complete games in one day. He won 6-1 and 4-3 over the Brooklyn Dodgers. So I'm assuming that's the New York Met. That might have been the Yankees.
It could be the
Yeah, it could've
Dodgers.
been the Yankees. Well, they played against the Dodgers.
They played against the Dodgers.
Yeah. That must have been the. I want to say the Yankees came first before the Mets. But we have to ask our New York.
What about the New York
New York-
Giants?
Or it could have been the
With the
Giants.
Gi-
You're right. It could have been. Because it just says New York on this thing. Doesn't say which of the 3 teams it could have been. We're going to have to talk to our New York correspondent, DJ Boom, when he walks in here. Is he here already?
Let's see.
Not here. All right. Let's move on.
Nope, not here.
Man, there's a lot of things. Since we got a lot to talk about, let's move to relatively recent history. The Dream Team clinched the gold medal at Barcelona in 92, beating Croatia 117-85. 1996, Eddie Murray of the Baltimore Orioles moved into 15th place on the career home run list when he hit his 494th home run. Willie McGee of the St. Louis Cardinals in 1996 also hit his 2000th major league hit. 1990.
He got lost in all that. Remember, like, he was still good and still hitting home runs out the park. But when Mark McGwire came around,
Yeah.
it was like, who the hell are you, Willie?
Yep. Paul Molitor in 1998 of the Minnesota Twins stole his 500th career base. 1999, Wade Boggs got his 3,000th hit in his major league career. 2002, the Major League Baseball players and owners agreed to $100,000
That sounds like somebody's
increase.
Pokemon Go.
I don't know what that was.
I don't
it sounded
know
like
either.
something behind me. Like,
Oh, that's the tablet.
oh yeah, like someone was playing one of those games. That's what scared me, by the way. 2002, Major League Baseball players and owners agreed to a $100,000 increase in baseball's minimum salary. The minimum was set at $300,000 starting in 2003. And to wrap it up, 2005, it was announced that Wayne Gretzky would be the next head coach of the Phoenix Coyotes. Let's get into some weekend, I guess, quick hitters. Jim Furyk, you want to hear his score on the golf, on the course, on the last round of the, I think it was the, man, I can't remember what tournament it was, but you want to hear his score that he shot?
Yeah.
I'll give you 3 chances to guess his score, knowing.
Was
and
it a low score or was it a high score?
It was a low score, but I'm gonna give you these parameters. Of course, if he broke par, if he was even, he shot a 72.
Oh, that's not
if
bad.
he was even, he shot a 72. Of course, if he, hit more pars, then of course he'll have a lower score.
Yeah, because it's golf.
Yes.
The
So
lower the better.
what do you think his score was? I'm gonna give you 3 chances.
I've seen 52s before, but that's very rare. That's damn near perfect. Was it like 69 or something?
So what was your first guess?
The 52 is impossible. But was it like 69?
Okay. So so you gave me 2 guesses.
I'm giving you I can't cuz I
That
don't
was
want
a
to
big 52 to 69.
I know, 'cause I don't-
That's a big window.
All right, 65.
No. 2 more chances.
Is it lower?
2 more chances.
I feel like it's lower because this has got to be because you're talking about golf right now, so this has got to be something really
because
good.
I'm talking about it
Yeah.
at this time when we have a lot to talk about. There
All right,
must be
all right.
something
I'm
crazy.
gonna go down further. 59.
No.
Are you
One
serious?
more before you strike out.
54?
You struck out, but you were pretty close. A 57, which is the greatest round in PGA Tour history.
Oh
He shot
my
a 57.
That's damn near perfect.
57.
That means like he hit the like
He
look, he's at
birdied. He had out of the 18 holes, he birdied or eagled.
on a par 4. He's
almost
hitting. He's
everything
only
except
hitting the
one.
ball 3 times.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if I still have it up. The score.
He's a god right now. Do you understand what type of?
Yeah, he shot a 57, man. It was crazy. He went from
I'm still hitting 100.
I think he went from 150th place, and then from that score got all the way up to
He got to be like that.
he got to
5.
4th place with that score. He still did not win the tournament, but
What?
yeah, because he was so far behind. I mean, he
Yeah,
He was so
you did,
far
you did
behind.
say it was the greatest round.
and then he
Greatest
got all the
round.
way up to 4th. He with that improvement, he went from possibly getting $15,000 for his tournament to $273,000. That's a come up, man.
That's a hell of a come
That's a
up.
come up, right?
But he put a lot of work to get that come up though.
Yeah, man. So that was the best round ever in PGA history.
You think
right
he could
there.
do it again?
I don't know.
Like-
Nah, I don't think so. That 57.
What
that's-
were there any comparisons? Like any other people have been closer?
well, it wasn't a major tournament, but the best round in a major tournament is 63. Phil Mickelson actually tied that at the Open Championship, but it's like eight golfers that had shot like a 63. So that's the best. So he won by 6 strokes.
Okay, people out there, do you understand? Golf is about how many times do you hit the ball?
The
to get
least
it-
amount of time
least amount of
to
time
get it into the hole.
To get into the hole. So if you can hit the ball a 400 yards like Happy Gilmore and and then all you have to do is tap it in, you're the greatest freaking golfer in the world, but you gotta still know how to get the short game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that
So-
short game was the difficult part. So his
yeah.
short game had been on point.
Yeah, yeah. He had a few eagles, a few, not just one. It was a few, and I think he had birdies. I think he only had one par. Nah, didn't have any bogeys.
What if he had a hole in one? If he had
I
one
don't
hole
think
in
he had
one,
a hole. He did not have a hole in one, but that'd have been really impressive.
that would make his score.
Oh, and by the way, he had a shot at shooting a 56. He just missed the last putt.
Oh.
And then on the last hole.
no, if
and
he
then-
had a
and then
hole in
and
one,
then
he would have
had
had 52.
Then
Like I
he
was saying,
tapped it in.
like I was saying earlier, the first number I threw out there 52.
Yeah, if he had a hole in one.
If he had a hole in
at
one, he
least
would have
one.
had 52.
Yeah, that's quite possible. Let's move on to the NFL. Talk about the Hall of Fame induction. Brett Favre inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
That was too long of a wait
It was only 5 years, man.
because he came back.
I mean, once you
Come back, he came back, right?
well, once you come back, then that thing starts back up again. You got to wait 5 years again.
What if he had like came back like a year before he found out he was going to get inducted?
I mean, and then it
That would
starts,
suck.
I mean, it starts over again. So yeah, so he was inducted. Also, Marvin Harrison was inducted also into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Another guy that deserves it.
Ken Stabler. I
don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Ken Stabler is.
I don't know who Ken Stabler is. No,
How do you not know who Ken
that
Stabler?
name is the name and picture and number is not coming to my
Jake
head.
the Snake.
Oh,
Not Jake Plummer.
I know.
Jake the Snake, man.
The very first one. Okay. All right, cool. It came back. I don't know the number exactly. Is it 60? No, it's
I don't
not
know why
60.
they call him Jake the Snake.
Why did they call him Jake the Snake?
I don't know, man. Because I mean, his name's not.
Jake. Is it like a nickname for?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But he
All right.
was inducted. By the way, if you remember,
Exactly.
Ken Stabler unfortunately passed away last year.
Yeah.
So he was not able to be there. So it was very unfortunate, man, that he was not able to be there. And like some person said on the radio, did we just realize this year that he's a Hall of Famer and he retired in 1984? Did we just realize this?
Exactly.
Like, and it really comes up to, was the media and those head of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, did
Hold
they
up.
have?
We
did they
had a
have?
conversation about this before of how long it takes to get into to be a Hall of Famer and
Yeah, it's only
certain things.
5 years after your career.
But if
ends,
it
it's
passed
eligible.
after that 5 years, you most likely are not going to be a Hall of Famer. You're probably going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
No. Well, this is what it is. It's just, I mean, some years, like for example, Brett Favre, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, of course.
This is his 5th year, so we knew he was getting in this time. He probably took a spot from somebody who would have possibly went in because they only let in a certain amount of people each year. But you can't tell me every year Ken Stabler, someone was knocking him out the list. Ken Stabler was was the second best quarterback in the 70s behind Terry Bradshaw.
And Terry got lucky on that one.
And he has a
He had
Super
a
Bowl
great
ring.
line.
A Super Bowl ring, and he played, I want to say he played close to 15, 16 years in the NFL with a completion percentage where by the time he left the NFL, he had the highest completion percentage in NFL history when he left. During his era of play, during his career, all the quarterbacks that played during his career, he had the best completion percentage. Like I said, Super Bowl winner. I think honestly there was just a conspiracy because he played with the Los Angeles Raiders. Raiders do not get in quite easily because of their issues after their issues with the NFL. They it's well documented. Al Davis, the owner, who sued the NFL left and right numerous times.
Of course, he deserves to.
The Raiders were known as the outlaws of the league. They bent a lot of rules. They were, and that's the crazy thing. They bent a lot of rules. They didn't really break rules. They just really were like, they were almost habitual line steppers.
By the way, the NFL would not be as safe if it wasn't because of the Raiders.
True. That may
Because
be true.
at the end of the day,
Because of the stuff they used to do.
Yeah, they bent, like you said, they bent the rules. So like,
But
it's
they
like,
never
yo,
broke it.
that rule right there needs to be fixed. Because we need to make sure that no one gets clotheslined in the NFL by someone that is 10 times bigger than them.
So yeah, it's just really unfortunate
It was
that
fun visually, though.
he
I
was
ain't
not
gonna lie.
Ken Stabler was not able to be at his Hall of Fame induction, and it's literally the year after he passes away. Oh, let's put him in now. Like, was he not good enough? Like, that's why to me it seems like the people who have Hall of Fame votes, like they had an agenda against him to not get him in or not get in certain Raiders players. Because like I said, Raiders players do not get in quite easily. They do not get in quite easily. So that's very unfortunate. Some other inductees, Tony Dungy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
buddy. The second black coach to be inducted
Put some color in the coaches.
into the Hall of Fame.
Sorry for this song.
Kevin Green, you remember Kevin Green?
Yeah.
Played with the Rams and played with the Steelers defensive end. Orlando Pace of the St. Louis Rams, also left tackle. Eddie DeBartolo, he was the owner of the 49ers during their decade of dominance in the 80s and into the 90s, won 5 Super Bowls, and then Dick Stanfill. So yeah, it was a great class that was there. I have some questions though. Brett Favre, is he the best quarterback ever?
Ever?
Yes, best quarterback ever in the NFL.
He has proven time and time that having a strong arm can get you out of a lot of situations. No, he's not the greatest quarterback ever. He has one of the strongest throwing arms and possibly the biggest heart of a quarterback ever. And like he's the quarterback's quarterback. Like everyone loves Brett Favre. That's the reason why he's like Jadakiss in the rap game. Everyone loves Jadakiss. Everyone. If you hate Jadakiss, somebody's gonna be like, "Why do you hate Jadakiss? This just makes no sense." He's my favorite rapper. But again, Brett Favre is not the greatest quarterback ever. He's a Hall of Famer.
You just said Brett Favre is Jadakiss.
Brett Favre is like Jadakiss. Everyone thinks that Jadakiss is not the greatest. They never put him on the greatest. They're not going to put Jadakiss on the greatest list. He should be. But, what, Jadakiss? You don't think Jadakiss is really top 5?
It's not that
Top
5.
Top
Oh,
5
jeez.
Dead or Alive? He actually had an album called Top 5.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But I wouldn't put Brett Favre in my top 5. I'm just saying.
What? You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't.
Brett Favre is
Jadakiss, I
definitely in my top 5 when it comes to quarterbacks. Definitely. In my top 5.
Yeah. You got Doug Williams out there that can
Doug
round.
Williams. Oh, jeez. Doug Williams is
That one year he was a beast.
Doug Williams is. See, I no. What I was about to say was about to be real disrespectful
That
to
was-
Biz Marquee.
that would have
I was
been.
about to say Biz Marquee, but even Biz Marquee can still ride on.
Biz Marquee
his
is
songs.
still dope.
That's what I'm saying. He's still
We
performing.
endorse Biz Marquee here, okay?
That's what I'm saying. He's
not
still
gonna say
performing.
anything bad
He's
about
still-
Biz Marquee. This is
Yeah.
Baltimore, dude. Come on.
Brett Favre is kind of like Jay-Z in my opinion. Not better than Tupac, not better than Biggie, but had the longevity and has
Called him Biz Marquee though.
Huh?
You call Brett Favre Biz Marquee?
No.
Okay,
I was
okay.
saying Doug Williams, bro.
Doug, all right.
Oh, Brett
That's mean, though.
Favre.
That's mean.
Brett Favre is like Jay-Z. Not better than Tupac, not better than Biggie. However,
Had business.
one of the top 5 still. Not and also had the longevity, and was able to transcend football.
Jay-Z is not in my top 5. Just letting you know that.
I understand he's not in your top 5, but
He's in my top 10, but he's not in my top 5.
see, and all right. I think Brett Favre is one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. He's not the greatest, but I think he's one of the greatest. We are going to have one of these conversations later this year of top 10 all time, whatever. We've done it before, and I'm going to come up with my list later in the coming weeks or months of the show. But they had some drama during the Hall of Fame game. Or the lack of the Hall of Fame game. There was I think they said a Tim McGraw concert on Friday on the field. Then, of course, the induction ceremony was on the field. They covered the field for the induction ceremony. So they removed the tarp after the induction ceremony. Now it's time to paint the field, which, by the way, I thought you would have. I guess because they did the concert, they didn't want to paint the field. But that was probably a big mistake. You probably shouldn't have had a concert there, unless they do it all the time. I don't know. But my opinion
They don't
is,
do that all the time.
My opinion is you shouldn't have had a concert there, knowing you had this big event going on this weekend. So now the painters are there to paint the field with the line markers, the end zone paint, the midfield paint. Well, something happened with the paint. The paint pretty much made the field hard. Now, this is a grassy turf field, and they painted it, and the field became extremely hard to the point that they said it was like cement, like it was asphalt, pretty much.
But you know that never happens in like regular season. They have situations like that all the time in regular season games. But the difference is here, I can tell that like the amount of days in between is just too short, because in an NFL game you have like, you know,
all week
Beyonce performing a major concert that they know they're going to have a lot of people there.
Well, see,
they're not going to have that during the season.
Usually, like you said, exactly, they're not going to do it. Or like, for example,
Or they're going to do something different with the stadium.
Or, for example, they'll do it during like the bye week, where
Yeah,
they might
exactly.
have almost 2 weeks to
Exactly.
get it ready, or the team may be on the road for 2 weeks,
All
so
right.
they know the stadium's not going to be in use, so we could do it. Not having a big concert 2 days before
And
an actual football game.
Let's go back to Oakland when they had the converted stadium. They were able to do that seamlessly.
They would have a baseball game, and the next day they would be playing football.
And what's crazy about baseball, you know, they have concerts on these fields.
Yeah.
So like in Oakland, that's what they were doing there. So they're able to do this. Come on, guys, you schedule. Get your schedule together.
But the big drama was it looks like the type of paint they used made the field hard. The company seems to be a new company that was doing it, or a company that wasn't used to doing it. So the field became very unplayable, very unsafe. So they canceled the Hall of Fame game. As I think the only people who should really, really be upset that there was no game, were the fans that actually bought tickets to the game. Me at home, I should not be getting upset because the extra preseason game that they gave us is not going on. I also think some of the players should be upset also, especially the players who are on the fringe, you know, those third,
no, but
fourth
if you
string
pay for
players.
that on your TV package, you
Say
should
what?
be mad.
Huh?
If you pay for that part of your TV package, you should be mad.
I mean, it was on. I see what you're saying. It was on NBC, or it was actually on ESPN this year, actually.
Yeah, see?
Because of the Olympics. Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but maybe, like I said, only people who should be upset are the fans that actually bought tickets to go to the game, and the players who were on that fringe, because the players in these games, the Packers and the Colts, they actually are having 5 preseason games because they're playing in this game. They're playing this game and then the typical 4 preseason game schedule. And usually when teams that play in this, they tend to put in earlier into the games the third and fourth string players and have them play long periods of time to get, you know, a good evaluation of them, because later in preseason, especially game 2 and game 3, those guys may not get on the field. So they may only play this game, a little bit of game 1 and game 4. And if you're one of those players trying to make a team, you just want to get on the field as many times as you want. So, yeah, it was very unfortunate for those guys that they were not able to get out there and play. Have you seen or heard, I know you're pretty busy, but have you heard who's on the new, I guess, NFL Countdown show now?
No,
Randy Moss is on that show now. On ESPN, by the way. This is ESPN. Randy Moss was on Fox last year. But now he's on ESPN. Charles Woodson is on there now. And you know who's no longer on there? Tom Jackson. Tom Jackson. You remember Tom Jackson? Yeah, so he 29 years at ESPN, will no longer be doing NFL Countdown or Sunday Countdown or the Blitz, which is the highlight show that they have on Sunday nights after the Sunday night game. So he will no longer be there. But Randy Moss was pretty much saying last night, man, someone needs to be fired over this. Like, that's the thing here. Maybe not fired, but maybe that group of painters or the contractors should not be able to do what they got to do anymore. Maybe you just need to find a new team of painters to paint the field properly. Well, that was the problem.
I mean, that's the main problem. But the thing is, if you had an extra day, you could figure out how to fix this problem.
Well,
days you have, okay, cool, we can fix it.
Well, actually, even if it was like almost a week, if that paint touched the field, it was gonna be hard no matter what. So it was pretty bad. I just thought, in my opinion, I thought this field was already made up in advance. Like, there's no football there. like then maybe some high school games occasionally there, but high school football ain't started yet. So what y'all doing from December to now with the field? Like, what y'all doing? Get the field ready. So yeah, pretty crazy. You shouldn't be, in my opinion, you shouldn't be painting the field the week of. Maybe you should be doing like maintenance, like making sure debris off the field, making sure, because those grassy turf, they might have leaves or just debris all over, so you clean it. I've seen them, they use like the special type of broom or brush to to clean it. So that's something that I think they probably should have been doing, not actually painting the field the day of the game, which is crazy. Let's get into the Olympics, and there is a lot. I mean, there's so much sports going on right now with the Olympics going on, Major League Baseball going on right now. We will get into Major League Baseball a little later. But let's talk about the Olympics. The U.S., they are leading the medal count right now, and they're also leading the gold medal count. Let me see what's happening with the medal count real quick here on the good old Google. I think up to last night, the U.S. have 12 total medals and 3 gold. Italy has 3 gold also. China has 3 gold. Italy and China both have 8 golds apiece.
You got to chalk it up to the United States medical system and health system and healthcare.
Please explain why.
We're probably the only. I'm not going to say that. That sounds bad, really bad off the break.
Off the break. So be careful what you say.
Exactly right. But look, don't you feel like we kind of like have a better healthcare system? And think about it. We have all the shots that's required to go down there. Some nations might not have that. Just saying they might get a little sicker easier. I'm just saying, like it's a health issue down there. I'm glad those pools are really clean.
Anyways, what's up with your mic, man? What's up with your mic? Something wrong. Anyways, Jenny Thrasher, teenager. She was the air rifle. She won the 10-meter air rifle event. She won the first gold medal in the entire. Well, actually, she won the first event of the entire Olympics. Early Saturday morning in Rio. Jenny Thrasher is from, I think, Alexandria, Virginia. I think I had heard that, or Springfield, Virginia. And she got the first gold medal, not just the first gold medal for the USA, the first gold medal of the entire tournament. We're gonna. I didn't know air rifle was an event for the Olympics. Did you? You did? Man, I definitely didn't know that. Yep, well, was not in the ROTC. Were you? For real? Junior or
Yeah, JROTC. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like, if
That's-
you like any ROTC system, they, you got a chance to get like an air pistol and shoot at a target.
hope
They
you
told
weren't-
you,
hope
they
you
told you
weren't
about the
shooting at people.
opportunities and stuff like that after learning how to do that.
I hope you weren't shooting at people.
No, we're shooting at actual targets.
Okay, no, I'm just making you.
I mean, some of them were shaped like people, but other than that,
I'm just
you
making
know,
sure
they
you
weren't
weren't
training us for
shooting at
anything.
people. I'm just making sure you weren't shooting at people.
No, I do have a funny story about people shooting at people though.
Okay, give us the funny story real quick.
Real quick. So my friend goes to see his friend that lives like literally next door. We're inside, waiting to come in, and like he's been like trying to get inside the house, trying to get something, but we had the door barricade. So we told him we had this air pistol. I wasn't doing the shooting, so we had the air pistol. He goes back home. He puts on like 7 sweatshirts, and so he comes to the door. We just start shooting, and he's just like, "That shit hurts." Oh, I was like, "It's an air pistol, dude. It ain't. It's not like you not getting shot by something that doesn't have force."
Oh man,
But hey, he shot the dog. That's the reason why he got shot with the air pistol. That's the reason why.
this is why
This is DC.
why firearms should not be in certain people's hands.
It's not a
Definitely.
firearm. It's an air pistol.
I mean, it's a type of firearm.
It has no fire at all. It has all air.
I mean, it shoots something.
True.
Fires off. It's a firearm.
Fire is the key word.
I mean,
Let's go on.
that's semantics right there. Anyway,
It is.
anyways, so Jenny Thrasher was the first first gold medal winner of the entire Olympics right here from right here in Springfield, Virginia. Some other notable
They got
accomplishments.
nice fools out there too.
Michael Phelps won his 19th gold medal as being part of the 4 by 100 men's
Be more
relay.
stand up.
Yeah, it is a funny thing about Baltimore. We there's certain times we all stand together with Baltimore, and then there's certain times that we're just like, I don't know. am I right, Mike, when I say that?
You're right, because Michael Phelps is that guy. Like,
Yeah,
he's
we proudly claim Baltimore. We say, oh yeah, he's from Maryland, he's from Baltimore.
because at the end of the day, you know what he does.
Oh yeah, the
in
Wires in Baltimore. we claim that.
Exactly. But
We
you know the
claim all the
reason
good
why they
things in
claim him in Baltimore? Because he helps. He's not a. This is not a bad guy at
That's
all.
true.
He's
That's true.
He's a
He's
millionaire.
very philanthropic.
He's a millionaire from all the hard work that he's put in, and he literally still goes back to his pool in Baltimore and trains there. So like, that's a win.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
is
reason
very
why.
philanthropic. Philanthropic. I think that's the correct word.
For the pool.
No, just period. Like within the Baltimore community, like
Yeah.
he's big in a lot of community organizations. Donates a lot of money, and is around. He's not just donating money and just saying do what you do. He's actually showing up to events.
Because he lives there.
Yeah, and is actually part of the community. People from Baltimore always say, "Hey, yeah, I've met him or I've seen him." And it doesn't matter what your background is in Baltimore. You've at least met him or you've seen him. Relatively speaking, not of course the population pretty.
I mean,
big,
he's
but-
pretty tall too, so like you see him like walking through the crowd of people, and in the harbor and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, so
That was a bad joke.
He won his 19th gold medal, 23rd medal overall. Katie Ledecky, here from Bethesda, Maryland.
Man, this area is getting shot.
She was 15 years old when she won gold in London 4 years ago. She's 19 right now. Won gold again in the I think it was the which event did she win that she got gold in? She got gold. I think it was the 200. Man, I have to go check and see what she did again. It was impressive though. She broke the record by 2 seconds. That's how. And as soon as she got in the pool, you just knew. As soon as she jumped in, you're like, oh wow.
2
she's
seconds
about
is
to
forever in the pool.
Yeah, she won. Like the world record line
Uh-huh.
was way behind her when she was swimming when she touched the wall. So
Damn.
that's how impressive she was. Let me look up the event that she won because I watched it live. I'm trying to the 400 women's 400 freestyle. That's what it was. The 400 freestyle, and she won. She broke the record by 2 seconds. By the way, she's from here. They are quite a few local athletes. I think there's something like 20 or 30 local athletes, and a lot of them are actually pretty good at what they do. A lot of swimmers from the Baltimore area.
Got that harbor, you know. You got
that.
We got those harbors over here. People don't know about our harbors over here.
You remember Tom Dolan?
No, I don't remember.
He
Tom
was in,
Dolan.
I think, '96 Olympics. He was another. He was like one of those first like Baltimore, Olympic swimmers. And
Did we have like remember that movie Pride? It was like about the Baltimore pool and stuff like that. The Baltimore
that was-
PDR or something like
That
that.
was Philadelphia.
That was about Philadelphia.
That was Philadelphia.
Oh no, they came down to the Baltimore swim meet. That's what it was.
You're right. They did
There
in
you
the
go.
movie. You see, okay,
Yeah,
something
saved
like-
my own butt. There
but-
you go.
but yeah, they were from Philadelphia.
All right, cool.
Anyway, so yeah, Katie Ledecky doing well. Michael Phelps doing well. Men's U.S. basketball is just out here killing. They
them
beat
indoor
China by like
gyms.
60 something points.
Hazmat filters, you know.
The women's team beat Senegal by like 50 something points. They scored the most points in a women's Olympic basketball game. I think they scored like 120 points. I don't think you all understand how impressive that is because there's only 10 minutes in a quarter.
Yeah, it's a 20-minute freaking half.
Yeah, 40-minute game,
Exactly.
120 points. In the NBA, I understand it's a different competition and it's a different format, but the NBA is 48 minutes. And
I mean, that's some great. If you get 140 points in the NBA game, that's a feat.
that's no defense being played.
Exactly.
The U.S. women's team, they're looking really good. Back to the men's team, though. You know what? You know what's really making this team be great? And I know they haven't won the gold yet. I think they're going to win. Of course, they have to play the games. But this game, their defense is what is winning games. It's not them just being so good on offense. They are good on offense. I'm not saying they're not. But their defense allows them to get in the transition quite quickly and allows them to get easy buckets, easy dunks, easy layups, or just easy three-pointers in transition. They're just getting in transition with such ease. It's a very athletic team and a very long team. I want to say the shortest person on the team is Kyle Lowry. He is, I think, like 6'2" or 3", but then you go to Kyrie Irving, who's like 6'4", Klay Thompson 6'7", Draymond Green 6'8", Kevin Durant 6'10", DeRozan 6'7", Paul George 6'8", DeAndre Jordan 7 feet tall, DeMarcus Cousins 7 feet tall. And they're not just
You're saying it like it's a complex. Like
dude. They're just
they only hit the the edge of the door sill and stuff. That's the only problem.
Yeah, but look at the other teams they're facing, and they're not just big and tall. They're athletic because if you look at the other countries, 7-footers, they can't.
We're the
do
new
what Deion-
Vikings, man.
Huh?
We're the new Vikings.
I
Sorry.
guess so. What do you call it? When you look at other teams, big men, they're not as athletic as DeAndre Jordan and DeMarcus Cousins.
Of course. These
Look-
guys
look at Kevin
all
Durant.
their career they sold out being a basketball player.
Kevin Durant is 6'10", and he's probably taller than a lot of other teams' centers.
He doesn't count though.
I'm-
He's like a weird basketball player. He's
And he has a wingspan
made-
of 7'3".
That's what made him one of the best basketball players in the world.
Oh, and by the way, he could dribble like a point guard.
And that's the weird part. That's the
thing.
weird part.
He
can't
can dribble
have-
like a point guard. He can shoot. And he if he had to play center, he
could.
can play center during the Olympics
Yeah.
if he had to. And there's probably going to be a lineup sometime during the Olympics where he's going to be the center, just to play around with it, like see how it works, and or when they want to play small, he'll be the center.
I mean, a couple of his teammates are already on the team with him. Just like this, let's try it out.
And this is the impressive thing about this: there's no LeBron James on this team,
of course not.
no Stephen Curry on this team,
No need.
no James Harden, no Russell Westbrook, no Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah.
no LaMarcus Aldridge. John Wall's not there. Like this team,
That's weird that John Wall didn't take the invitation.
And the crazy thing is, he would have made the team.
Yeah, he would have
He
made,
would have made the team. I think he was trying to just rest up because his body took a toll this year, and that's what he pretty much said. He just wanted to rest up for the regular season.
Oh, by the way, can't say John Wall. You can't say you don't have your face on anything anymore. I was driving past the Verizon Center. Your face is big as day on the back of that thing on 6th Street, dude.
Uh-oh. Remember the old Chris Webber billboard that was up there?
On 6th Street, right?
When
it was on 6th or 7th?
It was on F Street.
See, that might be
on the building. Well, see, the building's not. What happened is they have the
movie theater there now.
The Shakespeare Theater.
Yeah,
is there. But before that was there, on the side of that building, they had the big Chris Webber.
Yep. But that's a different era. New buildings.
Yeah. Breaking news in the NFL. You want to hear breaking news?
I'll go right ahead.
Robert Griffin III is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Duh. He's a good
So the
kid.
headline here on NFL.com, can RG3 be a star again?
Yes.
You say yes, real quick. I think he can, but certain things have to happen for that to happen. Let's get to Major League Baseball. Talk about Alex Rodriguez. He is retiring on Friday. Friday will be his last game. And then he will be moving into a management position as a advisor, a special advisor and special coach for the New York Yankees. You want to hear some of his career stats of Alex Rodriguez?
All right, go ahead.
Sorry. I was in the middle of something. But Alex Rodriguez has 696 home runs, man. 696 home runs. That's just home runs. Let me.
I mean, how many? But how many years?
He's been playing for a long time.
Alex Rodriguez only has
close to 20 years.
How many home runs again? Only 100 and
close. He has 696 home runs, 3,114 hits, 2,021 runs, 2,084 RBIs, 329 stolen bases. He has a batting average of 295, which is impressive for a career. That is impressive.
I also think that he could have had a better career in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, Texas just the issue with Texas was he just didn't really have the pieces totally around him.
Yeah,
that was it. He didn't really have the.
But New York wasn't the fit.
I mean, New York was a fit for him.
But New York didn't want him though.
In the beginning, yeah, that mega contract, and then he kind of had a couple moments where he didn't show up, especially against the Boston series in 2004 when they were up 3-0 and then they lost. Yeah, in the beginning things were bad, but after they won their World Series title, he did have the issues with PEDs, was suspended. Excuse me. Last year he came back. He looked like he was having a renaissance season. This season started out kind of strong. Last season he faded near the end. This year he kind of started strong, but then he faded real quick. Hasn't really been in the lineup for almost 2 weeks, and he was battling his back and things like that. I personally think the Yankees are forcing him out, in my opinion.
Why not?
I think they're just trying to move on. You could see the trades that they made by getting rid of Aroldis Chapman, getting rid of Andrew Miller, getting rid of Carlos Beltran, and other players. I think they're really trying to rebuild. They have from what the farm system experts are saying, they have a very great farm system right now with the talent that had come in through trades and acquisitions. And I feel like they're just saying, hey, we know we owe you money. We know you're not going to give us back the money. How about you step away, but we'll keep you in an advisor role so you can at least be paid. So I think in the beginning, and A-Rod is probably thinking, all right, yeah, I'm really not even in the game anymore. Let me sit out. But I personally believe A-Rod is going to come back with another team maybe next year. And
How old is A-Rod again?
A-Rod is 41. He's only 4 home runs away from 700. And when it comes to baseball, numbers are
Matter.
really numbers is numbers is the reason why this PED scandal in baseball. Think about NFL players. They get popped for PEDs. You serve your suspension, you come back. Basketball, there's not. I don't think there's too many cases of that. Wrestling, MMA, all other sports. When it comes to PEDs, yes, you serve your suspension. Some people may say, "Hey, yeah, you did cheat," but then they will allow you to come back, or they may even forget that it happened. Baseball is the only sport where we are still talking about stuff that happened 20, 30, 40 years ago and saying, yeah, they shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, or yeah, they shouldn't. People thought Alex Rodriguez shouldn't have even been back in baseball for what he did. And he never failed a test. That was the crazy thing. I think he failed once, and it was late in his career. That was after we had already known he was doing it. But
It was like everyone was doing it. That's
the thing.
Like,
a lot of people were doing it, and I'm leaning closer to everyone was doing it than it was a select few.
Because it was like a slowdown. Like I can tell you, it wasn't like, hey, everybody, stop doing PEDs. No, it was a slow down doing PEDs, and that's how we found out Alex Rodriguez and with our homeboy
Barry Bonds
and Rafael Palmeiro when he got
Palmeiro,
when he
and
spoke
Roger
out.
Clemens and all them. Yeah, but baseball, their numbers are so holy to baseball purists and fans and historians that, you know what, I don't think people minded, or I don't think people mind that, oh, you know, we were being entertained. But when some of these numbers of Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron and Willie Mays were being approached, then it was, I mean, well, you didn't do it the right way, or things like that. So you have those people. Then you have just the fact that, you know, Barry Bonds hit 750, I think, or 755. Willie Mays 715. Babe Ruth 714. He's at 696. Only 4 home runs away. I also thought the Yankees should have just let Aaron play this year, and when he reached 700, do the whole fanfare thing. That could have been great promo for the Yankees. Look, A-Rod's on his quest for 400 home runs. I don't care. A-Rod can hit 4 home runs. He can hit 4 home runs during this season. From this day to the end of September, he can hit 4 home runs easy. So, you know, I don't know. I guess they just didn't want to deal with him anymore and deal with that contract. So they're just kind of like, look, let's put you in another role and get some other players in here to do what you're doing. Talking about accomplishments, Ichiro Suzuki got his 3,000th Major League Baseball hit. He already has the most career hits in. If you combine his Japanese baseball hit stats and his MLB stats, he has the most hits in baseball history. The Japanese league that he did play in, I would say it's on the level of above AAA and in between Major League Baseball, but it's still high caliber play. So getting 3,000 hits when he came here, guess what age he came here? 27. He came to America when he was 27, and yeah, so getting 3,000 hits quite impressive. There was a ESPN, and I can't remember his name, an ESPN employee, anchor, writer, or whatever, tweeted this. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. It said it's quite impressive that he got 3,000 hits, but with all the years he's been in America, hasn't learned English. And I was like, dude, do you have an agenda? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, and then first of all, it was quite insensitive because I'm gonna give you a little story about me real quick relating to Ichiro. My fiance is Dominican. First language is Spanish. Of course, she knows English because she grew up here. So now that I'm with her, I have to learn Spanish. And even though she's speaking to me,
Trying to get that equally yoked, I can feel you.
yeah, even though she speaks to me in Spanish sometimes, even though her family, when I'm over by their house, only speaks Spanish. I went to Dominican Republic for 2 weeks, and I was there, and I was picking up a little. But do you know how it still was difficult? Because I had went 25 plus years speaking English, and now you're telling me to switch it up. And it's the same thing with Ichiro. 27 years before he has to come to the U.S., and now he has to learn English. By the way, Ichiro knows English. He just, during media obligations, doesn't speak English because
You can get caught up.
Exactly. We spoke about that last week with the translation. There's some words that do not translate well, or they do not have the same context. So I gotta look at I gotta find that dude. But that tweet, honestly, I'm not the type of person that says people should be getting fired or suspended. But homeboy, there needs to be some sort of punishment for his tweet. He's an employee of ESPN. He has ESPN as in his Twitter bio, so people know who he is. And for him to on a great day when Ichiro hits 3,000, comes out and says, "Oh, but by the way, he did not learn the language." It's wrong and sensitive and pretty much racist, actually, because people say, "Oh, well, you come to America, you need to learn our language and the way we live." Yeah, go play professionally somewhere else. Do you learn their language, or are you just taking their money? Anyway, thank you for watching and listening, everyone. Yank is already in the building, so make sure you stay tuned for his show. I want to thank you, Mike, for everything that you do. I want to thank you, viewers, once again for tuning in. And until next time, Sports Reality. Peace.